Hey everybody, welcome back to Cosmo's Quarantine Cooking. This is our second episode. Well, technically, it's our third episode because I recorded this episode, or at least I tried to last week, and something happened with the sound. It didn't come out, and so I have to redo it all over again this week. So, good for you, good for the family, because I get to eat this again. I guess we're all winners. Although you may not be winners because I have a joke for you. It's actually a coronavirus joke, but if I tell it to you now, you won't get it for 2 weeks. Okay, seriously. Today we're actually going to talk a little bit about sous vide cooking. Sous vide's been around really since the 70s. Scientists needed water heaters, immersion circulators for food pasteurization and other things. And then in the 80s, chefs actually figured out how to use them to cook things to perfect temperatures without overcooking them. And today what we're going to cook is short ribs. This week we have them from Whole Foods. Last week it was actually from our local butcher Gephardt's, but since there's a shortage of meat lately, you got to get it where you can get it. Short ribs are interesting. They're a really difficult cut. There's a lot of collagen in them. I think that's why people like to slow cook them, because the collagen turns into gelatin, and that's a wonderful thing. But when you do it in a slow cooker, the temperature is really high and sometimes the meat can dry out. And so what a sous vide cooker does is we will cook this low and slow. We're actually going to do it for 72 hours. This is a recipe from the Modernist Cuisine. I'll put a link below for it. And it's literally going to sit by itself for 3 days in a water bath, which I have right here. My trusty water bath. It's really just a plastic Cambro container with water in it. And here is my sous vide device. It's just a heating stick that circulates the water, and it keeps the temperature of the water constant throughout. So for 3 days, I'm going to set this. It's going to be at 144 degrees, and it's not really going to waver. This is a really old one. It's one of the originals. I've had it for years, still going strong. I think the Innova ones are actually on sale right now. So if you don't have one, these are some of the best tools for chefs right now. Salmon, amazing. Chicken, amazing. And short ribs, some of the best short ribs you will ever have in your life. So all you do is I'm going to stick that in the immersion circulator, plug it in, and we will prep the short ribs. Okay, so to cook sous vide, you have to put the meat or whatever, or fish or whatever it is that you're cooking in a bag, unless it's an egg. Eggs have their own shells, so you don't need eggs. So you can use, I have these bags, food savers, because I have a vacuum sealer. So I have these bags. Was never a really big fan of these bags that split into these individual bags, but weirdly enough, they're perfect for short ribs. Individual short ribs, and what I do is I fold over the top in case I get the top wet when I need to seal it. This prevents it and gets me a good seal. I swear this is the easiest recipe you'll ever have. So I'm just gonna open up my package of short ribs here. They look good. All I'm gonna do is add some salt and pepper. They actually don't look like they're bone in. You can get, if Costco actually sells boneless ones, you can use those. They don't look too fatty. There is some fat on them, but fat is flavor, as they say. So I think we're not going to trim them up any more than they have been. Again, salt, pepper, and that's it. You literally take a short rib, insert into the bag. Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Just like so. And then I'm just going to do the other two. Okay, so I have all three of them in my packages. They're kind of like little meat condoms if you think about it, or maybe don't want to think about it. I'm gonna go and seal these up and I'll be back in a second. All right, I got my 3 short ribs sealed up in their bags. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, you could actually use a Ziploc bag, and it's called with the Archimedes principle. Again, I'll put a link below, but you essentially just lower it into the water, and the water pressure will force all the air out until you get it up to the top of the Ziploc bag, and then you just seal it and leave it in there. But essentially you want to take all the air out so that it sinks in the water. The water will cook it evenly all the way around. And again, because short ribs are a tough cut of meat, they will be in here for 72 hours. But this is all I'm gonna do. I'm just putting them in my immersion circulator. I turned it on. It's at 144 degrees. They will sink to the bottom. And so I think it's time for another choke. Did you hear that Finland closed its border? You know what that means? No one's gonna be crossing the finish line. All right, so literally we'll come back in 3 days. These will be done and I'll show you how to finish them. Thanks for watching. Oh, one last thing. So I don't have a cover for this particular container. I actually have a bigger container that I use that does have a cover. So if you don't have a cover, all you really need to do to stop condensation, so if you don't have a cover, all you need to do to stop evaporation, cover it with plastic wrap. Is plastic wrap anyone else's mortal enemy? Does it always just like stick to itself? All right. So there we go, and I'll probably just put on another piece this way, and we'll be good to go. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it's been 72 hours. The sous vide has just been sitting here. I haven't touched it. The cellophane wrap worked. I haven't needed to fill it up with water. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna shut it off, take it out, take the short ribs out, and I'm gonna drain the bags because there's probably some jus in there just from cooking. You know, the interesting thing about sous vide is there's no fire, right? So there's no Maillard reaction, which means that there's no kind of crunchiness or crispiness. So you really need to finish off whatever you sous vide. Some people like to use a frying pan and sear it. I actually have a welder's torch that I use. You could actually throw it on the grill for 30 seconds on each side if you were so inclined to do. But for today, we're actually gonna throw it under the broiler, which is gonna be perfect. So let's take out the short ribs. All right, so let's take this out. I'm gonna shut off my sous vide stick, unplug it, take this saran wrap off, can go in the garbage. I like to let my stick kind of drain so I don't get water all over the floor, and I'll throw it in the sink for a couple seconds as I still get water everywhere. All right, so water's hot, be careful. That's why it helps sometimes to make the bags extra long. So you can see the nice jus in there. Just gonna slice it open with a knife. I'm just gonna slowly pour it out into a bowl. Now you can keep the jus, and these bags actually just go in the garbage. You can keep the jus, you can make it into a flour. You can add flour and make it into a gravy. You can baste it with it. For this purpose, we're not going to use it. Like I said, that shouldn't stop you from saving it. Oh, that looks really good. It's shrunken off of the bone a little bit. All right, here's my last one. Again, we're just cutting open the bags. Okay, now that we got that done, I'm just gonna carefully take these, put them on a sheet pan with a rack. Whoop. And I did say careful, they're slippery. Oh, they are nice and soft and tender. Okay, now we're gonna take hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is basically barbecue, Chinese barbecue sauce. You can find it in any grocery store. You don't have to even go to a Chinese grocery store. It's gonna take some hoisin sauce. It's really, really sweet. It's gonna really punch up this savoriness of this. And I'm just gonna baste it on. I wouldn't be too concerned about not putting a lot on. You really wanna get a good glaze on this. And then I'll turn them over. That's basically just all bone. I think I'm just gonna turn that one on its side. And then after I'm done throwing this on, all I'm going to do is throw them under the broiler, and then we are done. All right, as we're waiting for it to broil, maybe it's time for another joke. What type of jokes are allowed during the coronavirus lockdown? Inside jokes. All right, let's go check on those short ribs. All right, and there it is, the finished product. I mean, really minimal effort here from a cook perspective. Just gonna throw a little sesame seeds on there. Here you go. And here, look, here's the bone. These were bone in. Look how soft this cuts. I mean, it is literally like butter. It's nice and flaky, perfectly cooked. Again, if you don't have a sous vide, I think they're on sale right now. Pick one up. They're about, maybe $100, $150. Well worth the price of admission. All right, thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. Sous vide short ribs are by far one of my favorite things. I'll put some links in the bottom to the recipe and maybe some of the sous vide products that are out there. And I'll leave you with one last joke. What's the best way to avoid touching your face? Glass of wine in both hands. Oh, looks like I need to go get some wine. Have a good weekend, guys.